They will give you always the best rate.
They connect to Binance, HitBTC, LMAX, and Kraken.
What I like about Swissborg is that they have an amazing app.
Oh wow, yo yippee yay guys, power number 20. Super excited to be you guys today. We're gonna talk about the love of the community, then talk about what's happening on the bloody markets. Are we going to the bear? Are we going to the moon? Then talk about Swissborg ecosystem and talk about the community premium and more cool stuff. So please tell to the end to know what's happening on the Swissborg network. As you guys know, my name is Cyrus Frizzell. I'm the proud founder and CEO of Swissborg, always here to serve you. If you want to be part of the lovely, beautiful family picture, you know the drill. Just send the pic and we'll make it happen. Just want to ask you guys once more to please vote for the best startup in Switzerland. We need to win more and more prizes in order to grow our ecosystem and to welcome even awesome people like your friends and other people that we don't know. Question of the week. What does Swissborg different from other fintechs? You know, that's a question that often people ask me. Why are we different from one to the other? Well, I think so. It comes from always, as I say, the DNA, but as well the mission, right? We really want to democratize wealth management, right? We don't want to be just another regular fintech. We are empowering people in a much different way. Sometimes people compare us to Robinhood. Robinhood, what they're doing is that they have a really cool name. They have a really cool app to buy stocks and trading, but the real value that they're extracting is mainly going to investors that are not users. And we have a very different persona, right? We really are growing as a community. Myself, I might be the founder of Swissborg, but I'm just a token holder like you guys. And this is why we're always having this open-ended conversation, which is how can we grow in a very sustainable way and how can we change the world forever? And I think so that is really important to really understand, is that when you guys are, for example, yielding through the smart yields, we're not reinvesting in paying brokers and, you know, different financial intermediaries or Wall Street guys. We are helping the DeFi ecosystem, the blockchain ecosystem. Each time we list a token, it's not we're just getting fees out of it. We're not. We are creating the best partnership possible. And I think so that is really something we have to believe, is that when you buy a Bitcoin, if you're buying in a Bitcoin through a decentralized or even a centralized platform that is really helping the blockchain ecosystem, well, then you're making a smart play. And I think so that's the beauty of how we as a token economy, how we at Swissborg are so different from any other fintech player. Question of last week: security reassurance. If the worst to happen to Swissborg and cease to exist, what would happen when using MPC technology? Well, first thing, we are doing fantastic as an ecosystem. We are growing number of users. We just passed out, as you guys know, 400,000. We're making more and more revenues going to the protect and burn, and we are way over our burn rate as of today. So financially, emotionally, spiritually, we're doing very, very well, and there's nothing to fear at all. This last 4 months has been a blast, has been amazing success at Swissborg. Now, if it happened that we would cease to exist, well, we'll probably have a window of 3, 5, 6 months, and we'll have to say, well, unfortunately, we are going to have to send your funds to your new wallet. And if that's the case, well, long story short, you will have to essentially precise what wallet, or you have to withdraw your own funds, and that would happen. But just make this very clear, guys. If I have this hat, if I have this these Swissborg tokens here as bracelets, if I have this t-shirt like that, I'm in. My skin is really deep under Swissborg. I am convicted for working for Swissborg and dedicating all my energy and my love to it. And so as the other 160 people within the organization, and within the 400,000 people that are part of our community, we are doing great. So great question, Oliver. Like always, by the way, he really has great questions. I hope I answered this. Big shout out to Thomas. Super excited to have him. He's going to be really improving the whole employee experience at Swissborg. I'm really looking forward to work with him. And he's going to just bring more love to the table, which is always great. If you want to be part of our wonderful dream team, just apply. There's so many new jobs coming up, trading jobs in Dubai, but as well in Thailand. There's so many cool stuff going on. You know, a lot of thing in DeFi, a lot of thing in development and tech and everything. There's so many cool jobs. If you want, just apply. If you know anyone, just refer any of your friends. You could earn up to $3,000 worth of Swissborg tokens, and that is super cool. News of the week, a lot of things going on. I think so one of the funniest comes from BlockFi. I really respect them, but seriously, learn how to build great tech. It's not that easy. And you know, they did a referral campaign, which were there, instead of sending few dollars, they were sending few bitcoins away. It happened to many people. I actually know people who got some, so good for them. Obviously last week is about the crypto market drops over 700 billion after all this bad news happening, all this FUD happening. We'll talk about that after. I think so. It's interesting to see that more and more football clubs and cities are really going into NFTs, which is really cool. Last but not least, the crypto exchange platform Binance probed over suspected money laundering. That was another FUD. We'll just talk about that right after. So I made a post. I forgot to put it on Twitter, but I did this on LinkedIn, and talked about the strong cocktail. And I think so it happened a few days ago when it was on Friday. I was saying, can I have a strong cocktail? So for misery. And that misery is that you add some Binance AML issues, you take in consideration Ellen jokes on Twitter, and all this Chinese fussing around had a more than 50% correction, right? And we saw a really bad Sunday happening. Is it the end? Should you sell everything? Are we going back to crypto winter season 2? No, no, no. This is what crypto markets are about. This is what emerging markets are about. And I know it does bring fear, it does bring pain, but it's not that bad. Binance, they always clean up whatever mess they are. They're one of the most profitable company, period. Okay? Not even finance company, period. One of the most profitable company. Second, Bitcoin. Crypto is getting greener day by day, and does Elon Musk, we talked about multiple times. He has a point, but we'll get there. It is getting better, and we know that there's multiple different things like the climate accord that we have, the crypto climate accord that we have signed, and we're part of it, and we are gonna be implementing green energy there. Last but not least, the Chinese ban is always bullshit. It's always things that, you know, it was all fake, right? We even realized that what they said was it was back from 2017. This is only FUD. So what happens very often is that people like to manipulate the markets. Why? Because they want to short it. Why? Because they know that people are super leveraged. Why? They do that very often in Sunday, like that. All this, their stop positions, people are not on it, just collapse, and you're not able to essentially, you know, fund your margin accounts. And why are they doing that? It's just easy. It's an easy play. You go back in like, you know, 30, 40, 50% cheaper, and then you enjoy the downturn and the upturn. And I think so that's what a lot of pseudo hedge fund guys are doing, and a lot of institutional guys are doing, and pushing the market down. Is it healthy? I don't know. It's not healthy, but at least it enables other people to get in at a better price and bigger guns. And we're seeing a lot of institutional money playing in. And more importantly, blockchain is here to stay, guys. You know, always invest in the next big thing. Always test the product and believe and love the philosophy that's behind it. And then you're sure you're going to enjoy your investment experience. So, and what I always say is, whenever you're making good profits, lock it. You know, lock 10, 20%, go in cash, take that cash, put in the USDC smart yield, and then bam, go shopping whenever you can. And there was great opportunities to buy the Swissborg token at 50 cents, and a lot of different other cryptos trading at 50 or 60 or 70% cheaper from their price from a few days before. And that was a great play to get in. And you know, now, you know, it's a great day again. Crypto's going back, everything's getting greener, and you know, we are rising from the ashes, and that's the story. And you know, we still have to remind ourselves that it was really bad correction, and it did scare out a lot of people. We always ask you, please do not do too much leverage. Leverage is great, but it could bring you to the moon or under earth into hell, and that's what happened to a lot of different people. Right now, super glad that the Swissborg token is really performing extremely well, and overall the markets are getting back to their means. What we are overall, does this change the bull thesis that we have been talking about for the last few months? No, I don't think so. You know, as explained, there's more and more huge guns coming into crypto, more and more high net worth individuals, more and more hedge funds, and more institutional money, and the stimulus package of how we're printing money, which is really the craziest thing. The Fed, but as well as Central Bank of Europe as well. There's so much money being printed. A lot of that money is going to go into crypto. It's a fact. Why would you be long dollar? It's probably the worst investment you could actually do with your life, right? And has shown that has underperformed most of their currencies and underperformed by hugely most cryptos. So that is going to be a lot of money flowing in, which is, I think, so really great. You know, the bear thesis is a very manipulated thing, and you know, they're always finding ways to, you know, bring down crypto. It won't happen. And even if we do have those flash crashes, which I say like those 50-30%, I think so they're going to be very rapid, but I don't see ourselves going into crypto winter. It's just different. There's DeFi that is huge. The possibility of people getting into crypto is much better thanks to Swissborg apps and other different, you know, active managed certificates and Bitcoin trust funds and things like that. It's a very different play right now, and it's a very big global play, which was not the case back in 2017. So actually, I'm currently in Dubai at the AIBC Summit. Really cool. I just had a very interesting talk, by the way, with a lot of different cool guys, like the founder of 1inch. And, you know, we'll be talking with a great talk with guys from Binance the other night. And it's really great to see that the crypto is huge. This conference is crazy. Shout out to Iman Puli and the whole Sigma team. Did a great job. Anthony, Jackie, we're going to be having some talks over with DeFi with Sami, Journal du Coin. We're gonna have as well this evening, we're gonna have a gala. We really hope we're gonna win this really cool AIBC trophy. That'll be really awesome. It's about bringing the mass adoption, I think. So we really have a thesis, but there's a lot of great other projects going in. As I said, 1inch, Acon, there's a lot of ones, so who knows gonna win, but hopefully we make the podium and we bring back something. That would be really cool. If you're not, please go on AIBC Summit and please vote for us. That would be really great. I'm really happy as well to meet other people from our team as well. I mean, Jamie, Christina. It's really great to meet, seeing Jackie as well, Anthony, my brother from Mother Mother, and obviously Elena as well. And it's really good. So if you guys are in Dubai, please let me know. We're gonna have a few different events. I'll be here until Friday, so looking forward to it. And big announcement as well. I just heard that we're gonna be launching DRAMs very soon for all the local people here. I think so. This is something really big, because right now the spreads that multiple different other competitors what they are is crazy. There's insane fees, and everyone here in Dubai, they're like, oh my god, Dubai, Swissborg, what you're doing is so cool. The auto farming, I love it. I love the smart engine. I would love to bring in UAE DRAMs in order to have even a better experience. And I was telling these guys, I was like, you know what, we're actually about to deliver it. So this is really cool. I think so it could be a huge market, especially in terms of high net worth individuals that could become premium. And yeah, I think so it's a great thing again to bring crypto into emerging markets, especially here in Dubai, which is a very interesting platform for all these Asian and Middle Eastern people that usually really are into crypto. Guys, community premium, I know you guys have been waiting a long time, you've been super patient, and I really wanted to thank you from the bottom of my heart. I swear to God, guys, we are thinking about this every day. The teams, the backend teams, the security teams, everyone has been really working hard on it. And the main reason is that, again, we've built the wealth app, such as a blockchain. Everything orders is based on IDs. And when you start introducing new IDs, so a new community premium, well, it has to change the whole model. And what I always said is that when you build vertically, it takes a lot of time. But then when you start building horizontally, it then goes much faster. But we have to essentially create a new way to think, how to make the app think, essentially, the wealth app think, and process this new information and create new categories. The amazing thing about the community premium is that as we have created this vertically, now we are creating it horizontally, and that means that we'll be able going forward probably to have like custom type of different community different premiums that could be released in a very short time. And that is something I think so that could really benefit from a lot of people. Like, I don't know, if someone just wants to trade Bitcoin, right, for free, well, then he or she will be able just to maybe buy this really cool premium version for a very short time. And I want to tell you guys, the community premium, listen to this carefully, it's about to be released within this month. So yes, finally, hard work has been, applauds to all the wonderful product and tech team we have, but we are launching this within this month, and it's gonna happen this time very soon. So I'm super proud, super thankful for your patience. And I think so this is going to be a massive game changer, because we do have over 100,000 people that are on the app that are still not premium but have Swissborg tokens. And I'm sure at this price it's a really good moment for people to encourage them to get into this community premium as soon as it's been released, because it's going to change your lives forever. Talking about the Swissborg app, we have phenomenal numbers. Daily volume last week, 154 million within 1 day. Crazy amount of volume, which brings us to the weekly volume, 454 million, all-time high score, super record there, 403,000 users. That is insane. We're getting almost 500,000 hopefully by the next month or so. We have as well 1.5 billion asset under management, which is great. 52,277 exchanges that happened in a day. We have as well community premium candidate. There's over 40,000, which that is a huge number. That means that there's more than 40,000 people that currently have 2,000 Swissborg tokens, but there's many more that have like 500 or 1,000 and that just need to buy that extra leap to get to community premium. And I'm sure we're going to be able to convert a lot of those. And if you have friends, just tell them might be expensive to get to that premium, but it is worth it. If you guys remember, the smart people got into Genesis premium a year ago. That was probably the smartest, best investment that you guys have made. Brings us to the yield wallets. We are growing 150 million in the USDC. I please remind you, this is a great way in bear markets or in very volatile markets to still offer you a great reasonable yield. That is over 12% for Genesis premiums right now. We have 50,000 plus users into the Swissborg Smart Yield. We have as well 330,000 in the Ethereum, which means $220 million. Last but not least, we have 20,000 people in the BTC, which are now yielding over 6%, and that represents $126 million. and a total of $772 million into the yield wallets. Congratulations for those who are in it. It's the best way to essentially yield within just a click. Auto farming with art. CHSB data, we are growing 5,362 premium users, 142 million in Swissborg are staked so far. 45% is actually in the yield, which brings us to 65% with the community premium. This is probably going to bring us to 75% of the whole circuiting supply. That is insane. 31% we have lost, unfortunately, but we're doing very well today. 600, that means there was $800,000 that went into the protect and burn, and that really helped the course of our beautiful Swissborg token. So 600,000 is right now currently in the protect and burn program, but don't worry, that will grow on a daily basis. And we have 91,000 token holders, which brings us to the community index. Are we at 7? Are we at 6? Are we at 6.9? Magic number. When you think about it, it's not the best number, but it's still magical because yes, the CHSB has been improving well. The volume very well on the app. The app activity, not as much. We still need more people to convert into premium and more users. We need to really grow on social media, so please comment, like, share, and subscribe to this super freaking channel. The geo activity is doing great. Community app is losing some appetites. Tomorrow night is crypto night. It's with Wes Levitt. He's going to be talking about NFT. He's going to talk about DeFi and other great different topics. Please be there. There's always a way to earn actually Genesis Premium. I'm there tomorrow night. Looking forward to it. Last but not least, guys, let me know in the comments what is the question that you would like to cover for next week. We want to have this dialogue as open as possible and make sure that you are very knowledgeable of what we are doing. And more importantly, you could always as well advise on things, right? When I say it could be an open-ended question, but it could be like, let's do this and that. And if you have a lot of comments, we could talk about that topic, okay? So whatever it is, just comment and like what you other people have already commented. And like that, we'll be able to have a better dialogue going forward, as I always love it. Guys, I know it's been a really complicated week for many of us. We've lost, some people got afraid. Some people haven't lost their wealth. But what you guys have to understand, and I think we covered this in this powwow today, is that we're in a business that is changing the world. You cannot change the world and have no fights. That's how it is. If you're changing the world, you're going to have to fight a lot. And you're going to have to stand up all the time you get punched. And that's fine. That's how you have to do it. If it was too easy and you were like, oh, let's go to the moon every day, I mean, it wouldn't be worth the fight. We need that yin, we need that yang. If there's no yang, there's no yin, right? And you really have to think about that crypto is very volatile. There's ways to do that, and I explain it again. Please put some cash in USDC in the yield, or just put cash on the app and you know, have always 20-30% of cash like that. And whenever these things happen, you just buy the market, and you have a very much better experience, right? It's not about saying like, oh no, I lost 30-50%. It's like, oh, I lost 50%. But I have 30% of my capital that I'm going to inject right now, and within 2 days I'm going to make money, right? It's not about losing money anymore. It's how to protect yourself at all times. And I think so this is exactly what you need to do, is never be, you know, too much invested, and have some cash on the side. What we do know as well is that you have to put a lot of faith in what you do, and you have to enjoy the bad timing. Because the bad timing is what really makes you stronger. What does not kill you makes you stronger. And it teaches you great experience about life. And with that, guys, it's always a pleasure. I'm here in Dubai, as I said. If you're here, please let me know. I'll be very happy to meet. With much love. Be wealthy, be healthy, and love our CHSB. Take care, guys. Love you. Bye.
Whether you want to buy 100 Bitcoins or 10 euros, you can always get the best price execution.